Alright guys, so we're back. So Monday, Man United versus Brighton. Guys, where do you think it's going?
After the last game, we need another win. Take the pressure off Mourinho. Pogba's comments obviously don't help the situation at United at the moment, but hopefully we can get some positives out of this one. Another win will take most of the pressure off, and then maybe we can focus on some football.
Sure.
Look, you'd tip United to win. I have Brighton Hove Albion being relegated this season just because they didn't bring in enough quality. They don't have enough quality in the squad to sort of compete with the likes of the top six. So Chris Horton is a good manager. If he does end up beating United on Monday, I'll be very surprised, but we should win. At least 2 goals, the better.
Well, that being said, they haven't brought in enough quality. They've brought in 14 players. So they made 14 new signings. Obviously not all of them are playing at the club.
Yep.
Some of them have gone out on loan. One of those, Percy Tau, who's actually South African.
Special mention.
I think that they've brought in a lot of players to change the style of play. Will it be enough to keep them in the Premier League? We'll have to wait and see. But I think there's teams that are still in the Premier League that didn't get relegated that are closer to being on the way out than they will be.
It's difficult to say, like with seasons anyway, because it's a very long season.
Yeah.
And you don't know how certain players that are coming in, they're going to settle in. You don't know how injuries could play a massive factor. So, as we said, like from last week, it's long season. Once you get over that Christmas period, a lot of things can change. So, we could be sitting here saying, yeah, they're one of the tipping them to go down. But after Christmas, we could say, well, there could be 1-2 that are staying up. So, yeah, it's difficult to say. Cool. Let's get into your teams now. So, simulation, Sham. They're giving you a 0-0 draw with your team being De Gea in goal. Defenders, you've gone with Ashley Young, Bailly, Smalling, and Valencia. Midfield 3 of Fred, Matic, and Pogba. Forward, Sanchez, Lukaku, and Lingard. And then we'll go to Jay's. Your score was 1-1. Both draws. Not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
Alright.
That's 2 weeks in a row for you with
exactly.
the draw.
Yeah.
We need wins, man.
De Gea in goal. You've gone with Damien at right back. Bailly, Lindelof, and Shaw. Midfield 3 of Fred, Pereira, Pogba. Forwards, Sanchez, Mata, and Lukaku.
Get the job done, boys. Get the job done. Start the prediction. We need a win. So Shans is obviously sitting on 12 points.
Yep.
Because he got the score prediction correct. And 7-7 each on the players picked. But we'll see how that's going to go down. So this game, Pogba obviously being named the captain, coming out with those comments. Let's see if he's going to be captain again. But like we said in the last video, Pogba is probably the most instrumental player to the team. And if he has a good game, the squad has a good game. The defense, I was surprised. I don't know if you guys were. The fact that Mourinho actually played a non-Alex Ferguson backline. I think that's what contributes to the last performance, and hopefully it'll be the same for this one.
Look, with the defence, they need to be better than they were last week, just because we did let Brighton come in, Leicester come in where we probably shouldn't have. They played well, which was a contributing factor, but if we can solidify the back, we'll set ourselves in good stead to win that game. Sanchez played fantastic, and if he can continue that form into this game, we'll probably come away with the win.
you're always going to get first game jitters though. So with like, a couple of those players, like you've got Shaw, he hasn't played for a long time, which is going to take time. Like with all players, they're going to take time to actually bed into the new season and stuff like that. So, and it's expected. It's in the Premier League. Like there's no weak teams in the Premier League these days. You're always going to compete against teams that no one's scared of anyone now.
Yeah.
Like there used to be a period where Manchester United had that fear factor. You come to Old Trafford and like, oh, let's sit back. No one's doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So you're always going to have a little phase where you're under the pump, and it's just whether you can handle that. Which last week you did. It's just a matter of whether you can kind of deal with that as games go along, and minimise that as much as possible.
Yeah.
But one of the things you could not ever think that there's not going to be chances going against you. So even with Brighton, they're maybe not as strong as Leicester, but I'm sure they're not going to hold back in trying to get a win themselves.
Yeah. No, I agree with that fully. I think going back to Shannon's comments about Sanchez, I think Sanchez had a bad game. I think he can get better. He gave the ball away quite a few times, recovered the ball, and played a couple of balls in. But I think he can settle back in better into the season. I mean, he had a shorter season, obviously, than most of our players to settle in. Obviously, coming in January, I think he can still find his best form. I think he's yet to find his best form. I think we now know that left-hand wing is his. He's not giving that up to Rashford. He's not giving it up to Martial. It's done. He's going to be his side. We still got question marks on the right-hand side, whether it's going to be Lingard, Mata, whether he's going to try Rashford there, whether Martial's actually going to get a chance anywhere on the pitch. It's definitely not going to be on that left-hand side unless Sanchez gets injured or he's going to make a substitution for Sanchez. It's probably then Martial will have his opportunity. Mourinho said in his press conference and in the post-match interview he wanted to use Martial, but because of the players that he took off and he had to bring on Fellaini, McTominay, and Lukaku, he had to go defensive because that's Mourinho's style. He's not going to put on another attacker when we're leading to try and get a bigger lead. He's going to protect the lead. So I think Sanchez, old cliche, could be like a new signing if he regains the form that he had at Arsenal when he scored 28 goals or whatever it was. He was arguably their best player. He was in the argument for being one of the best players in the Premier League. The fact that we've got Lukaku, who was Everton's best player, we got Sanchez, who at one point was Arsenal's best player, we got Pogba, which was one of the best players at Juventus. There's a lot to say that we could be getting more out of the team that we have, and really making a challenge for them. City doing what they did to Arsenal, I don't think really shows what they're going to be like this season, because new manager at Arsenal, new players, a lot of new players, pretty much a new defensive half partnership. I don't think that's going to be a tell, but a tell for us is that we've got the opportunity, or we've got the potential for those players, Pereira, who's getting an opportunity now, to really kick on. So what I think can happen in this game is we could either win this game by a big margin, 2-0, 3-0 maybe, or 3-1, but like you say, they're not going to be pushovers. They're coming for the game. And that fear factor of Manchester United being Manchester United is gone.
What's more important for you? Is it performance or the result? I know everyone wants to win, but you talk about the players that are coming in. The biggest difference between, you say, Man United and Man City is Man City are a team. Man United at the moment are like a bunch of individuals who have come from good teams and stuff like that and been able to get to that level, but they haven't gelled as a team.
Yeah.
But so for you, is it a factor of getting that result, or do you see the positives that came from last week? and moving on from there?
I think the result is more important for the club and for Mourinho. If we get a win, it takes the pressure off Mourinho saying that I didn't get all the players that I wanted. I had a pre-season that was broken up because of the World Cup. Players didn't get back in time. He wasn't able to start Lukaku. He wasn't able to start Lingard. He wasn't able to start Matic. Matic is obviously because of an injury and the surgery that he had. But he had a whole lot of complaints, which was pretty much setting up the narrative that don't expect us to do anything this season. Because of the World Cup, we had players that weren't here for training, they weren't here for pre-season. I didn't get the players that I wanted. I had to take young players out for the tour. The board's not backing me. All the things that he's putting together, because it's all, he puts out the bait, the media take the bait, and then they run with it. And they pretty much paint the picture that helps Mourinho. Yes, the pressure's on Mourinho, but the media's painted this picture that things are dire at Manchester United. Don't expect them to do anything. So if anything does happen, he can say, in spite of all that, we still getting the results.
So do you think he's covering his own back a little bit? If the results don't go...
I think he's always done that.
Okay.
So with Mourinho being as negative as he is, he does create... He creates the illusion when he does get success, or what we deem as success is better than last season or better than we've been in the past couple of years. The best thing for him is that he plays it down, he lowers the bar, and then when we exceed the bar, he goes, but look what I did anyway.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, what I want is, I want the result. We need the win, because then it takes that pressure off, and then maybe the players start to get in their groove, and Mourinho comes out of this funk that he's in. But we need to play better football, because we're always going to get compared to City playing attractive football and winning the league. It's not that they had to play a lesser brand of football. They still got the result. They still got... The aim of every single team in the Premier League is to win the Premier League. They did it playing attractive football. They played attacking football. They played entertaining football. Why are they able to do it, but we can't?
I would say in terms of, you want both, definitely. But atypical of Mourinho, you want the result. The style of football will fall into line. If you have a look at teams such as Tottenham and Liverpool, yes, they're playing attractive football. Where's the trophies?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're getting the result, the style of football, it matters, but it will develop as the season goes on. He's won titles being a very defensive manager and people criticizing him for parking the bus. Your fans at the end of the day matter, and they want silverware. So I think moving forward, the result would be a better option. If you can have both, have your cake and eat it too, fair enough, but prefer the result.
Yeah, I agree with that. Lance, so to wrap it up, guys, the predictor gave us our scores, so whatever we're hoping for, we probably, we can't pick that. So I'm going to go with the 0-0 draw. Shan's going to go with the 1-1. Oh, sorry. Shan's got the 0-0 draw. I got the 1-1 draw. Hopefully we get the goal and they don't score. But we'll see how it goes. So, guys, the game's on Monday morning, 1 a.m.
Yep.
Obviously, Australian time. We're looking forward to that one and hope we can get the win. But, guys, we'll leave it there. GBB, as usual, as we say, comment, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.